Hello friends, this is Ricky Chadda from Astro Healer channel. We all are aware that today Saturn is going retrograde ever since 5th of June. On the 12th of July, it will get back into the sign of Capricorn. Now, before I talk further, let me explain to you, whenever a planet goes retrograde, which means it takes a backward motion, it represents as if I'm talking to you, what if you leave your home for any work and then halfway through you remember that you have forgotten something back home and you turn around and go back home. This time when you are returning back, you are returning for what? That is what I call a return to an unfinished job, business or karma. Something that you have not done, so you are returning back to your home or could be returning back to your office. Saturn, which is a planet of boundaries, planet of karmas, it talks about it is a planet which can give you success, immense success. In fact, it all depends upon the karma, that the deeds that you perform on this planet. Now, what will happen when it will go back into the sign of Capricorn? You will experience few things that you were supposed to perform. You were supposed to shoulder some responsibility, which you haven't. Saturn will force you to do that. It will try to remind you your duties, responsibilities, decisions that you have not taken or you should have taken. Saturn is going to be at its strongest effect because it is getting into the sign of Capricorn, which represents in the Kalpurush Kundali, the horoscope, as a 10th house of karmas. So for the next 6 months, I would say that there would be extra responsibility, extra work on you, and you have to perform if you want to take the best that Saturn can bless you with. You will get rewards for being very patient, for the efficiency, hardworking, the task that you have performed. It is also a time where Saturn will say, do not take any shortcuts. Do the thing that you are supposed to do. So if you have involved yourself into anything which is not liked by Saturn, then you have to pay for your karmas. You will also have to prioritize between your home life and your romantic life as well. Saturn, when it will go back to Capricorn, its aspect today on Rahu and Mangal will shift from these two planets to the planet Jupiter. Jupiter, a planet of wisdom, a very benevolent planet. Now, when it will have a cast or a aspect on Jupiter, it would ask you, Saturn is going to ask you to perform your professional life, your home life, put efforts, and Jupiter is a planet of religion, ethics, wisdom, knowledge. Jupiter will come into the aspect of a planet Saturn, which are going to create boundaries, limitations, and so on. Now, this is on a very mundane level that I'm talking about. We should know that how it is going to affect each one of us according to our Rashi and our Lagna. Now here I will have more emphasis when I'm talking about each sign. I am referring to Lagna, and also we don't have to ignore our moon sign or Rashi sign as well. So let's begin with the first sign, Aries. How after 12th of July right up till 23rd of October, when Saturn is going to be in the sign of Capricorn, from there onwards the retrogression will stop and then it will start moving ahead, and finally on the 17th of January it will step into the back into the sign of Aquarius, where it is today. So now we are talking about almost 6 months what is going to be the effect. Let's start. So friends, the first Lagna or Rashi is Aries. But before I speak about Aries, let me tell you one thing, that now since Saturn is going to have a direct aspect on Guru, Jupiter is related to, it is related to justice, judiciary, bullion market, gold market, farming. It is about religious activities and so on. You will see something happening because Saturn is going to make a lot of changes. It is going to create some boundaries. People will have to pay for the karmas if they have not been performing what they are supposed to perform. So let's start with the sign of Aries. Aries, Lagna or sign, Saturn rules your 10th and the 11th house and shall be going back to 10th house, from where it's going to have an aspect on the 12th house, 4th house and the 7th house. Here, your focus should now be totally on your career. Put your best effort to complete all your tasks. You may face, yes, some obstacles because Saturn is going to give some obstacles in completing your task, but eventually you will have success that you will encounter. You will get support of your seniors, your bosses, people working with you. You may also get some opportunity to change the job, switch over the job, or you will get back the old profile that you were working on. So if you were somewhere you were working, you were demoted or something like that, or maybe you want to now enhance your profile by adding qualification or some training programs and all. So I would say it's going to bring a complete transformation for you as far as profession is concerned. In terms of finances, this period is going to be average. So not good, not bad. At home, you will see peace, harmony, comfort that will start building up for you. You may plan to renovate your house, even buy a house or something. If you're planning to buy a property, this is going to be a good time. Also, if you want to invest into some stock, especially with stock into which is related to iron, steel, mines, coal, oil, gas, the Karak of Saturn, it's a Karaka of Saturn, you will have a good result. A perfect time to meet your old friends if you haven't met them, and you can have a reunion and old memories can be brought again. So it's a good period for you. Next is Taurus. Now for Taurus, Saturn rules your 9th house and the 10th house. It's getting back into the 9th house, from where it is looking at the 11th house, it is looking at the 3rd house and the 6th house. All of a sudden you will feel that you are losing interest in your studies because your concentration is going to go a little deviate. You will look forward for some new ways, or you will use some new techniques to in your profession, in your career, and even in your studies. Your spiritual inclination, if you are on that path, you will feel that something is lacking, it's getting weakened. But it all depends upon your karma, your deeds. Have you put the right type of efforts in spirituality or no, it all depends on that. Because the third house is coming into aspect, it will also give you some short travels as well. Your relationship with your father may also not be good, because Saturn in the ninth house may cause some friction with your father or fatherly figure. Those who are into service or salaried people will be very dynamic in their work. Relationship with your boss may be a little, may have some dispute, but still you will be able to cope up quite well. If you feel that your task, your hard work is not being appreciated, hang on. It's still time for you to get that appreciation. Business people who are into business, you will find new resources, new way of expanding your business, and your business will start growing. Next sign is Gemini. For Gemini, Saturn is a ruler of the 8th house and the 9th house, getting back into the 8th house. From 8th, it is looking at the 10th house, 2nd house, and the 5th house. Here, definitely for Gemini people, you may face some hard luck at this time. But your intuition, your extra sensory perception will definitely increase, will improve. You will have a lot of inclination towards spirituality. So people who are into spirituality, it's a real good time for them. You may also witness some events, sudden changes, and certain events will take place in your life. Bad, good, both. Finances will be bit of uncertainty will be there. Therefore, investing into stock or playing in the share market, not advisable. In terms of health, yes, you require to be a little careful, because you may need some medical assistant as well. You may be prone to joint pains, some dental issues, and even you will witness some hair fall. You may face some stress in your relationship with your in-laws. 8th house is about your in-laws, because it's the second house from your 7th house. Business owners can see some recovery from if you are into some debts during the past few months. You will be able to recover from there. People who are into a service sector need to be a little careful during this period, because there could be some break in your career, maybe a sudden job change, or you may face some termination as well. Next sign is Cancer. For Cancer, Saturn rules your 7th house and the 8th house, and it is getting back into the 7th house. Now, 7th house is about business, business partner, life partner, your spouse, and so. From 7th, it is looking at the 9th house, it's looking at your Lagna, the 1st house, and the 4th house. Those who are waiting for their marriage, now will you start getting proposals. Also, there would be some obstacles also in your marriages, but then if you have been having some conflict or dispute with your life partner, that will be resolved as well. Married natives will have dispute, will have conflicts. But if you are mature enough, Saturn is all about maturity. If you act very maturely, you will be able to resolve this matter. Fourth house being aspected by Saturn talks about two things. Domestic happiness may not be there. There will be some dispute. Take care of your mother's health as well. This will also bring some tension in your business, because 7th house also talks about business, and especially business in partnership. So if you are into a partnership, you may have some conflict with your partner. If you are a salaried person, if you are working, then you have to work even more harder to maintain the stability in your job. In terms of health, you need to be a little cautious, as there are chances of some old diseases which may relapse and come back to you. Next sign is Leo. Now for Leo, Saturn rules your 6th house and the 7th house. and it is getting back into the 6th house. From 6th, it is looking at your 8th house, 12th house and 3rd house. Yeah. You may face some conflicts with your loved ones. Your relationship with your spouse also will be a bit cold. Domestic happiness will be disruptive. If you are stuck into some court cases, the result could be in your favor. 6th house Saturn always gives you good result with your enemies, opponents, your loans, debts, and as far as court cases are concerned. If you are into salary, if you are a salaried person working into a service sector, you will receive the fruit of your hard work. So now if you're looking for a promotion, if you're looking for something, this is a time where you can. So coming 6 months is good for you. Those who have been looking for a new job, new place, or switch over, very good offers will come to you. If you are into business, business will definitely face some challenges. Those who are into professional service, you will witness the peak of your career during this time. This is a very good time for people who are into professional business. Next is Virgo. For Virgo, Saturn rules your 5th house and the 6th house, and it's getting back into the 5th house, from where it is going to look at the 8th house, 11th house as well. Yes, and also it is going to look at, let me correct myself, from the 5th it is looking at the 7th house, 11th house and the 2nd house. Here, this period will bring favorable result for you, especially if you are a student and you are academically preparing yourself. Especially for competitive exams, it's going to give you good results. The love life, romantic life will not be very smooth because Saturn is going to be in the 5th house, so it may bring some issues. You may face some conflicts, fights, and misunderstanding would be there with your lover. This period is also not very favorable for children, your children I'm talking about, as they may have some health issues. Business can expect good income. So if you're a businessman, you may have some good income coming to you. Those who are into service will witness some changes. So if you're looking for a job change, then, or maybe you want to change your profile, you want to looking for a promotion or a change of designation, that may happen. Next sign is Libra. Now for Libra, Saturn rules your 4th house and the 5th house, and it is getting back into the 4th house, Capricorn. From 4th, it is looking at the 6th house, it is looking at the 10th house and your Lagna. This period will bring some long-waited desire, or you want to purchase something, especially if you want to purchase a property, because Saturn is in its own sign, Capricorn, in the 4th house. You may be a little concerned about your mother's health because 4th house, as you know, an evil planet always have some problem with the corporeal relationship. So mother's health could be affected over here. Students will have a very favorable time for studies and all. This period is also going to bring very fruitful result for people who are having, or the business owners. It's a good time. People who are salaried, working into any services, you may expect promotion, increment and appreciation from your seniors. Next is Scorpio. Now for Scorpio, you have to understand that Saturn rules your 3rd house and the 4th house, and getting back into the 3rd. Now position of Saturn 3rd, 6th and 11th has always been, always we say it's a favorable position. But there are other things also that we need to understand. From 3rd house, it is looking at the 5th house, 9th house and the 12th house. So frequent fights could be there with your sibling because Saturn is in the 3rd house. You will, all of a sudden you want to work on your health, on your physical, you may want to join a gym. You will put all the efforts to do some physical activities. 3rd house is all about activities, action. Servicemen can expect change or job transfer. So job change is possible or a transfer is possible. Yes, you are advised not to make any new investments into new projects because you can see fifth house is being aspected by Saturn. You may have to make some travel plans. Third house Saturn says that, and this could be related to your work, especially if you are into sales. Promotion in business is possible. Next sign is Sagittarius. For Sagittarius, Saturn rules your second house and the third house. It is getting back into the second house. From second house, it is looking at your fourth house, eighth house, and 11th house. Now, you may face some bitterness with your friends and with your sibling. Now, maybe in your social circle, you may have some conflict with your friends. You need to be very careful because your harsh word or you being too blunt may create some conflicts, fights with your friends or even your siblings. There is a possibility that you may get back some money which you had invested into your past, or if you are given to someone, the money will come back to you. Also, you may see that relationship with your family member at home would be very cold for reasons best known to you. But then the business people, if you are a businessman, then I see that if you put a little more efforts, you can expect really good fruitful time, and you may expand your business, you may make some strategic plan into it, and the more effort you will put, the more time you will spend in your business, you will get a good result. Those who are into litigation, dispute, court cases, you will definitely have success during this time. Investing into speculative market, share market and so is not advisable at this time. There are high chances of losses during this period. Capricorn, the sign I was talking about, is into the Sadhasati period, getting into the last phase on the 17th of January. Here Saturn rules your first house and the second house. It is getting back into your Lagna, your Rashi, first house, from where it is going to look at the third house, 7th house and the 10th house. You will be very, very, very active in completing your work because Saturn is giving you all the power, task to finish all the past karmas. Also, you will spend some time to groom yourself, to make some changes in your habits, your schedule and so on. You'll also try to organize everything pretty well in your personal as well as professional life. Those who are looking for new jobs, you will definitely get some opportunities coming your way. Those who are already working, you will get appreciation, recognition and respect in the organization you are working in. Those who are into business, so if you are a business owner, you will have to put efforts or the best effort you can so that you get good result. Result is there, but if you are going to be lazy, if you are going to just sit back, then that attitude is not going to bring you fruits. This is the time when you need to reevaluate your strategies, business strategies as well as profession also. Reevaluate your skills, your talents, and then you will see that there is a growth and there is some expansion as well. Next sign is Aquarius. Now for Aquarius, as you know, Aquarius have entered into Sadhasati period on the in January 2020 itself. Now Saturn rules your 12th house and the first house is now getting into the 12th house. From 12th, it is looking at your second house, it is looking at your 6th house and the 9th house. This period is going to bring lot of opportunities for you. Those who were planning to go overseas, definitely you'll get the best result. If your visa was not coming your way, if you were stuck into some documentation, you will get a fruitful result. Those who are working for foreign company, or I would say MNCs, you will see growth, you will see success, you will see promotion, you will see better prospects. In terms of health, this time, yes, it's not favorable because Saturn is looking to look at your 6th house. So you will be prone to pains, especially in the lower section of your body. So just take care of your calf muscles, joints, ankles, and so on. Also, you are prone to injuries, and you may develop some pain in your feet. There are possibility of some old diseases which may come back to you, may trouble you, but don't worry, everything will be fine. Let's talk about the last sign, Pisces. Now for Pisces, Saturn rules your 11th and the 12th house and shall get back into the 11th house. I told you this position for Saturn is very good. From 11th, it's going to look at your Lagna, 5th house and the 8th house. Yes, 8th house aspect, we'll talk about it. You will be able to now gain money. 11th house is about money coming in from multiple sources. All your dead investments also in the past is now likely to bring good results. Service people will get opportunity to work on some important projects, and you will improve your profile. Business people will have to travel for promotion, and you will be out traveling out for sales calls, marketing your product and services. This period is quite potent to build your hobby. Saturn is looking at your 5th house. Also, if you want to make your hobby, your passion as a profession, it's a very good time. And you will see that you will earn a very handsome amount if you do so. Your efforts are going to bring results for you, fruitful results for you, and you will be moving ahead. Students, yes, may feel a little bit of problems in your studies because Saturn is looking at the 5th house. So this was all about all the 12 Lagnas and Rashis. Friends, if you did like this video, give it a like, subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell icon as well. Take care of yourself.